I'm at a site here that we're going to climb all the way up there. There's an adit up there, and go check it out. So we got to go all the way up here. We'll see what's up there in a little bit. Here we go. Try and take the path of least resistance, of course. This looks like an old Tallings area. I couldn't get up any closer with the vehicle, so I'm not sure if there's a road up on top. I didn't feel like driving around, check to see. The road's pretty rough getting in here. Good rattlesnake area. I don't have a gimbal type unit today, so it'll definitely be a little bumpy with the camera. And you just take your time. All right, no race to get up there. Maybe get over to those markers and take a look-see. Let's go take a look. So we're just doing a little exploring here. I'm sure you're all sitting at home in your air-conditioned houses. Well, it's 95 degrees out here today. Whew. Getting close to the old markers. Whew. Probably won't find any paperwork. They don't let you use these markers anymore. But if the old ones are up, you can still keep them up. Let's see what we got here. Location marker. Any paperwork in there? I see no paperwork anywhere. Okay. Whew. Well, keep going, take a look. Whew. We'll see if this one will be safe to go into. That's the main thing. Another marker. Probably another location. Yep. Another locator. We're getting up there. Trying to follow my face with the camera gear. Whoo! Yeah, dog. We're almost there. I'm gonna spin you around. Take a look. Whew. Let's see what we got here. Whew. Whew. Yeah. There we go. And that, my friends, looks like a dead end. Hee hee hee! Whoo! That is a dead end. Here's your dead end. Now, there might be tunnels here, but they've been buried. Huh. So, that's what prospecting can be. A big ass waste of time. Or you're just gonna go check out some tunnels, exploring. We found nothing except a dead end at it. And that definitely isn't backfilled. That's a solid rock wall there. We're not going to do any sampling or anything because I do not know if this is an active claim. That would be claim jumping. So we're not doing anything illegal, but just checking things out. So guys, what I'm actually doing out here is a little prospecting. I'm going to some old sites that I've seen when I was driving around, and just taking a walkabout. If I do find something that looks good, what I will do is, in fact, what I'll do when I go back down here to the vehicle is mark it on my GPS. I will look in the mine database to take a look and see if there's any active claims here. If there is or isn't. If there isn't, well, if there is, we're just going to move on. If there isn't, we'll look at the old claims that were here. What were they mining for? Try and do a little history search. And then possibly, if it's of interest, come back and do some sampling and put a maybe notice a location up to hold it. And go from there. You see a lot of volcanics around here. That's the dark stained stuff. Super iron. I mean super iron here. It would drive a VLF metal detector frickin' insane. Insane. I see a little pile of something over here. I am 100% sure that this large pile of rubble is a large tailings pile. Now, a lot of times these old mines, they've been open for years and years. BLM has implemented a program to backfill some of these sites. Like, I'll put a bottom dollar on that I'm standing right on top of an adit right here. Pretty soft. And I'll bet you they backfilled this thing, because this is no small tailings pile. We have to do a little more hiking around here to see if we could see anything else, but who knows? We would probably have to go and look in some history and see what we could find around this location. And I'm going to stop and show you guys some of the geology along here. You see some crystals, quartz crystal right there. So it's interesting. Stay away from those guys. I don't know what those are. There's some big flying beetles or something running around out here. I don't want to get bit. Of course, one thing you can do is take some samples from the tailings pile, which we would do if we had interest here. Of course, like I said, you want to make sure you're not claim jumping. I don't see any active markers, but there's some old markers which still could be active. All right, I'm on top of this tailings pile, and it's definitely a tailings pile. There's no ifs, ands, ors about it. This is not a natural occurrence the way this looks to me anyways. Ooh. Yeah. Pretty large pile. So it makes you wonder probably what was going on here at some point. There might have been some tunneling over here. There definitely was some tunneling over there. Looks like most of it's backfilled by the BLM government safety project, which I get, but if you look a little further down, let me zoom in on this for you guys. There's a trench down there. Somebody was doing a little trenching, possibly looking for a vein or placer. So I'm definitely going to mark this down on my GPS, and I'll look it up on the internet in the database. Word about that, finding if there's active claims on a property and whatnot. What you want to do is get yourself a subscription to Minecache. Go to minecache.com. That gentleman has a really nice program. It's a yearly subscription. I think it's like $40 a year. And I'm going to walk over by this marker over here. And that kind of gets all the information from the BLM land database, which is a real hell to deal with. That's why I developed Minecache. And you can see if there's any active or closed mining claims in your locations. And you can search around. Yeah, that's an oldie. No doubt about that. Anyways, minecache.com. Alright, I made it out to a different spot here, over the hills and through the whatever woods. I see there's a shaft up on top of the hill here. You can see it by the pole sticking out. Nice little outcropping. And a variation in geology, if you look close, that outcropping kind of goes down into whatever else is meeting it. And that would have interest for people that are looking for minerals, gold, silver, whatever. That would be something to look for. But we might take a hike up to the top here, get a look around, and we'll walk up to this outcrop here, see what we can see. Right here, there definitely used to be some work going on here. Yep. Just take a look at a little bit of the geo around here. look like there's some old metal down there. Definitely stakes all the way up on top. Older stuff, but that doesn't mean anything. It's quite a little jaunt up there, but I guess we'll do it just for you guys. How's that sound? Up a steep grade. Now, when you guys are hiking around at these old sites, watch what you're doing. Keep your eyes open. And I'm just not talking about rattlesnakes. I'm talking about rusty nails, open shafts, loose ground, you name it. All kinds of stuff that can go wrong. So just be careful. And you're starting to get by that spot that I mentioned to you. You see what I'm talking about? I hope you do. And it goes right here. All the way right there. Right where my shadow's at. If I was out prospecting this property and there was no mining here ever, I would definitely be stopping to take a look at that and do some testing. Well, we're almost there. Take a look-see. Probably not much of a hole. No, not really. Might have been filled in. I'll go over the top here. I'm sure we'll find out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All kinds of workings over here. Look at that. Whoo! Now we're talking. Yeah, baby. All kinds of stuff. I'm sure it's probably claimed out. We'll take a walk over, just take a look, see. Nothing illegal about that. Looks like an old dump over there. I mean, in cans, bottles, that sort of thing. I'll have to go down there and take a look at that. I believe I know the name of this mine, which I'm not going to tell you. I don't want you sniffing in my territory here. There's a shaft there. Let me zoom in on that for you guys. You can see part of it. We'll check these other two out. Get a look around the corner here. You look on top of that mountain over there, you can kind of see where they bulldozed in a zigzag formation. And there's all kinds of workings up there. But we'll walk right past this one here. See what we can see. Let's see if I can take a look here. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Looks like a little diagonal shaft. Let's go over here. A little bit older workings here on this one. Look at that. Pretty cool. Now that's pretty cool. So what you got there, there's workings that were above that. All right. But you bit lower down and hauled up, cranked up like on a hoist, and they would bring up the ore also doing that. A lot of times you'll see ladders in there. I can't get in there close enough. There could be a ladder for the guys, miners, to climb down. But actually that one's in pretty good shape. Yeah, there's a ladder. Would you trust that ladder, guys? I doubt it. That don't look too sturdy, huh? Whoo! No, I don't think so. The birds like them. But no, you wouldn't want to walk on that. What else we got here? We got all kinds of workings going back in here. Holy mackerel. Yeah, here's a real mine dump. I mean, trash. Looks like an old stove. Looks signage or something here. That's always interesting to me, what you find. Oh yeah. Milk jugs, beer jugs, oil jugs, who knows? Probably a lot of condensed milk for coffee. I want to show you guys one other thing out here, another possibility. Because a small miner, micro miner wants to get, easier gold. We're in an area that's, has a ton of shafts, adits, and things like that. But check this out. I just had to cross this when I'm doing a little prospecting out here. A beautiful, beautiful little desert wash here. Now man, if you had this property out here, or if it was at least a closed claim, you get out here with your dry washer and start digging around, doing some test panning. Use your metal detector to check for mineralization, which I'm sure it'll get hammered pretty quick. And just start doing some digging and running stuff through dry washer. I wouldn't be surprised if you pull some placer gold out of this thing out here, and a lot of areas. So you got to be wary of that too, and think about that stuff, because a lot of times with these, with us being micro miners, you can't afford to go hard rocking as often as you could easily do placer. But the placer is harder to get because a lot of guys know that it's easier pickings most of the time, unless you got to go down 40 feet and you got all that overburden to take care of. So just remember that. Kind of a neat area, and there's a lot of other areas out in the west, southwest that are like this, and they definitely should be investigated. So don't miss out. Check it out. Doesn't go back too far. See how this is looking here. Pretty solid. I don't see any rattlesnakes. And I'm not exactly sure what they were looking at as far as vein goes. You'd have to do some testing. And we'll definitely do that. I already marked it with the GPS. We'll see what we have. There's some other shafts and stuff that I came on over here that we will go and investigate and see what we find. This is all about prospecting. Okay, so this is was a large mining claim a number of years ago. Lots of trenching, tons of drill holes, hundreds of drill holes they did out here testing out this property. I've seen people out here metal detecting, but I know this property has a claim on it. So, and I know it's not the people that own the claim, but it's small time stuff, so I'm sure they don't care. They do, but they don't. You can't have somebody out here all the time if you're not actively working the property.